Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today we're talking about a technology that is fundamentally changing our relationship with reality. We're entering a world where seeing is no longer believing, all thanks to something called a deepfake. The name itself is a blend of deep learning and fake, and it refers to hyper-realistic videos, images, and audio created by artificial intelligence. These are events that never happened, and words that were never spoken, but they look and sound terrifyingly real. We're going to explore how this technology works, its good and bad sides, and what it means for our future. Let's dive in. At its core, a deepfake is a piece of synthetic media where a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else. This isn't your old-school Photoshop. Deepfakes use powerful AI to create fabrications that are incredibly convincing. The technology can manifest in several ways. The most common is face swapping, where you graft one person's face onto another's body in a video. There is also lip syncing, which alters mouth movements to match a new audio track, making it seem like someone said something they never did. More advanced techniques include puppet mastery, where one person's facial expressions and movements are transferred onto a target video, and voice cloning, where just a few seconds of audio can be used to create an entirely new speech in that person's voice. So how does this engine of deception actually work? The magic behind most deepfakes is a framework called a generative adversarial network, or GAN. Imagine two AIs in a duel. First, you have the generator. Its job is to create the fake content. It tries to generate new images of a person's face based on data it's been trained on. Then you have the discriminator. Its job is to be a detective, trying to tell the difference between the real images and the fakes created by the generator. These two AIs are locked in a constant feedback loop. The generator gets better and better at fooling the discriminator, and the discriminator gets better at spotting fakes. After millions of these cycles, the generator becomes so good that its creations are often indistinguishable from reality to the human eye. Another key technology is the autoencoder. This is an AI model with two parts, an encoder and a decoder. The encoder learns to compress an image down to its essential features, like facial structure and expression. The decoder learns to reconstruct the original image from that compressed data. To create a classic face swap deepfake, you train one of these models on thousands of images of person A and another on images of person B. Then you swap the decoders. The AI processes a video of person B, but uses the decoder trained on person A. The result is person A's face being reconstructed onto the body and expressions of person B. The step-by-step process is fairly consistent. First is data collection. You need hundreds or thousands of high-quality images and video clips of your target person, from various angles and with different expressions. This is why celebrities and politicians are common targets. There's so much public material available. Next, the data is pre-processed, extracting faces and cleaning up the material. Then comes the most intensive part, model training. This can take days or even weeks of heavy computing power, as the AI learns all the intricate patterns of the target's face and voice. Finally, there's generation. The trained model applies the target's characteristics to a source video, frame by frame, carefully blending the synthetic face into the footage. What's truly changed is accessibility. What once required a PhD and a supercomputer can now be done with user-friendly apps like Deepfakes Lab, or even on mobile apps with just a few clicks. This democratization has accelerated everything, for better and for worse. And this is the crucial point. Deepfake is a quintessential dual-use technology. It has a bright side and a very dark one. Let's start with the good. The entertainment industry has been an early adopter. Think of the de-aging of actors like Robert De Niro in The Irishman, or digitally recreating the late Peter Cushing for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It opens up huge creative possibilities. Virtual concerts are another example, with bands like ABBA and Kiss creating digital avatars for performances. Artists are also using it as a new medium for expression and satire. The web series Sassy Justice, from the creators of South Park, uses deepfaked celebrities to parody current events, which is both hilarious and a powerful way to raise awareness about the tech itself. Education is another promising field. Imagine a deepfake of Albert Einstein explaining the theory of relativity, or using the technology to perfectly dub films into other languages while keeping the original speaker's voice and expressions. For people who have lost their voice, cloning technology can create a synthetic voice that sounds just like them, which is life-changing. But for every one of these positive uses, there's a destructive one. The dark side of deepfakes is genuinely terrifying. The most widespread and damaging use is non-consensual pornography. An estimated 96% of all deepfake videos online are this type of content, and they overwhelmingly target women. Perpetrators superimpose faces of celebrities or, increasingly, private citizens like classmates and colleagues onto explicit material. The psychological trauma for victims is profound and has been compared to a form of sexual assault. Then there's the threat to our democracies. Deepfakes can be used to create fabricated videos of political candidates to sway elections. We saw a deepfake of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky seemingly telling his soldiers to surrender. In Slovakia, a deepfake audio clip spreading lies about electoral fraud was released just before an election. This kind of manipulation completely erodes public trust. Financial fraud is also on the rise. In 2019, a CEO was tricked into transferring €220,000 after a scammer used a deep-faked voice of his boss. It gets worse. In 2024, a finance worker in Hong Kong was duped into transferring $25 million after attending a video conference call where everyone else on the call, including the company's CFO, was a deepfake. The impact of all this goes far beyond individual cases. We're seeing a societal erosion of trust in everything we see online. This leads to a phenomenon called the liar's dividend, coined by scholars Danielle Citron and Robert Chesney. This is the idea that because deepfakes exist, it's easier for liars to dismiss genuine evidence as fake. A politician caught on tape can just claim it's a deepfake, and enough people will believe it's plausible. This creates a fog of doubt over everything, making it hard for us to agree on basic facts. It's a direct threat to journalism, the justice system, and democracy. When authentic evidence can be so easily challenged, accountability dies. This is what some call the trust apocalypse. So what are we doing about it? This has kicked off a digital arms race between deepfake creators and detectors. Researchers are developing forensic techniques to spot them. Early fakes had obvious flaws, like unnatural blinking or weird blurring around the face. While creators are getting better at hiding these, forensic analysis can still find subtle clues. A more advanced technique is analyzing biological signals. Researchers have found ways to detect the minute changes in skin color caused by a person's heartbeat in a real video. A deep-faked face is a digital mask, so it often lacks this heartbeat, allowing a detector to spot it as a fake. Ironically, one of the best tools to fight AI is another AI. Companies like Deepware and TruthScan are building AI models trained to spot forgeries. The problem is, as soon as a new deepfake generation method appears, the detectors have to play catch-up. A proactive approach is digital watermarking. A coalition called C2PA is creating a standard to encode the source and history of a piece of media into its metadata, allowing you to verify its origin. The law is also trying to keep up. In the United States, the Take It Down Act was passed in 2025 to criminalize the publication of non-consensual explicit images, including deepfakes. The European Union's AI Act requires that all deepfake content must be clearly labeled as artificial. The UK has amended its Online Safety Act to criminalize the sharing of deepfake porn, and China has some of the strictest rules, requiring all synthetic media to be labeled and for creators to register with their real names. Looking to the future, this technology will only get more powerful and more accessible. Real-time deepfakes, like the one used in the Hong Kong fraud case, will become more common. Detection will also evolve, using hybrid systems and better watermarking. But technology and laws alone won't be enough. The most critical defense will be us. We need a fundamental shift in how we consume information, moving from a default of trust to a healthy, critical skepticism. Media literacy is no longer a niche skill. It's an essential survival tool for the 21st century. We have to learn to question what we see and hear, to seek multiple sources, and to understand the mechanisms of deception. The era of deepfakes is here, and how we navigate it, through responsible innovation, smart regulation, and a commitment to critical thinking, will determine the future of truth itself.